U.S. government frees funding for Harvard University. Jamaica government going full steam ahead with Portmore as the 15th parish. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Elite U.S. University Harvard was hit with a U.S. $2.2 billion freeze in federal funding yesterday after rejecting a list of sweeping demands that the White House said was intended to crack down on campus anti-Semitism. The call for changes to its governance, hiring practice, and admissions procedures expands on a list Harvard received on April 3rd, which ordered officials to shut diversity offices and cooperate with immigration authorities for screening of international students. Harvard President Alan Garber vowed in a letter to students and faculty to defy the government, insisting that the school would not negotiate over its independence or its constitutional rights. No government, regardless of which party is in power, should dictate what private universities can teach, whom they can admit and hire, and which areas of study and inquiry they can pursue, Garber said. Jamaica Labour Party MP Dr. Andrew Wheatley has declared that the governing party will be pressing ahead with its plan to declare Portmore a parish. This declaration comes despite the legal challenge to this move being mounted by the parliamentary opposition. Dr. Wheatley, speaking at a Jamaica Labour Party meeting in the constituency of St. Catherine East Central on Sunday evening, disclosed that the controversial Counties and Parish Amendment Act of 2025 has already been gazetted after being signed by the Governor General. Accordingly, he said the parish of Portmore will become a reality. Chairman of the Jamaica Labour Party Robert Montague has declared that the party is not yet ready to contest the upcoming parliamentary general elections as its election exercise has not been completed. Mr. Montague says 4 seats remain vacant. Western Westmoreland, which held a candidate runoff on Saturday, is one of the 4. And in that contest, sitting MP Moreland Wilson and Garfield James, who is the councillor for the Sheffield Division, they vied for the support of the delegates. Garfield James is now said to be the candidate that will represent the party. Mr. Montague, addressing the St. Catherine East Central Constituency Conference on Sunday, called for party workers to step up their mobilization efforts, arguing that Prime Minister and GLP leader Dr. Andrew Holness will not call an election until that groundwork is complete. Meanwhile, the vehicle said to be involved in the kidnapping and robbery of 2 women in Harborview, St. Andrew on Tuesday last is owned by an entertainer. The women were robbed at gunpoint and later released in Pembroke Hall. On Thursday, the Kingston Central Police apprehended the men in the East Parade area of downtown Kingston. The police said the investigation is continuing and they have now secured forensic evidence to support their case. Patrick Thompson, the licensed firearm holder who is accused of killing 2 women and injuring 3 others in February, were denied bail when he appeared in a Manchester Parish Court yesterday. A bail application for Thompson was made by his attorneys, King's Counsel Peter Champagne and Samai Campbell on April 2nd after raw CCTV footage of the February 23rd incident was made available. However, presiding judge Monique Harrison denied the application and Thompson was remanded. He's to return to court on July 2nd. She cited points made by the defense and prosecution on April 2nd in arriving at her decision. After Harrison refused bail, Champagne quickly informed the court of his intention to appeal the decision in the Supreme Court. A police report said that about midnight, Thompson was at a candlelight vigil when he and a man got in an argument over a motor vehicle accident. The argument escalated, attracting a crowd, and it's alleged that Thompson, who is a licensed firearm holder, opened gunfire at the crowd, hitting multiple persons before leaving the area. The injured persons were assisted to hospital where 2 of the women died. On to sports, former champions Portmore United are the 4th team to book their spot in the Jamaica Premier League playoff after beating Arnett Gardens 2-1 in their third-round game played at Ferdinand Park on Sunday. The win saw Portmore improve to 63 points. They now join Mount Pleasant, Montego Bay United, and Arnett Gardens, who earned 67 points, as the teams that have confirmed their place in the top 6. Jalmaro Calvin scored a late double to rescue Cavalier, who had to rally late to earn a point from a 2-2 draw against a relegation-threatened Harborview at the Harborview Stadium, while Waterhouse held on to sixth place after a second straight 1-0 win, edging Humble Lions thanks to a second-half goal from Shamari Dallas. They're now on 52 points, which is 1 point ahead of Tivoli Gardens, who came from a goal down to beat last place Veer United. Mullines United, meanwhile, snapped an 8-game winless run, beating Dunbeholden 2-0 with goals from Lakeisha Murray in the 7th minute and Michael Graham deep into time added in the second half. While last night, Mount Pleasant continued to surge ahead again, beating Chapelton Maroons 2-0, now moving to 81 points, leading second place team by 9 points, while the second place Montego Bay United clapped Racing United 3-0 to move to 72 points. On to cricket, skipper Haley Matthews came to the West Indies women's rescue yet again as they survive a scare to register a thrilling 6-run victory over Ireland women in their Women's World Cup qualifier at Gaddafi Stadium on Friday. Ireland slumped to 156 for 9, with still 26 runs required from 24 balls. And with Ireland requiring 8 runs from the final over and the last wicket pair of Arlene Kelly and Cara Murray at the crease, Matthews had the format caught off the second ball to spark wild celebration among her teammates and keep the West Indies women's chance of qualifying for the World Cup alive. And that's going to be news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I gone.